the bike and the mailbox. I want to talk about being observant and being aware. I think sometimes, especially if you are an older student, that we tend to go, oh man, we're talking about bullying again, and seriously, can we just like move on from here? And I want to caution us as we're thinking about and talking about this issue by way of a story. I have a 12-year-old son, and a few weeks ago, as most 12-year-old boys do, they tend to get on your nerves. And I said, listen, man, can you like go outside, do something and get on somebody else's nerves? And she said, yeah. He said, I'm going to go ride my bike. I was like, awesome, go ahead, don't come back. And so he went outside, got on his bike, and I was outside too, and I was watching him go down the street on his bike. And things were going well until I noticed that on his bike, because Ben is one of those guys that he doesn't really pay attention a whole lot. He's been riding his bike since he's like 4, so he throws his hands up in the air and he sings. So he's going down the street, he's going la la la, he's doing that number. And I can see from up at the house that his bike is starting to veer, starting to turn. And I thought to myself, this is not going to end well, but it's going to be cool. And I was right, because he was going at a pretty good clip, and all of a sudden he hit a mailbox dead on. Now the cool part was he hit the mailbox and everything stopped except him. He kept going over the mailbox, landed on the sidewalk, gashed up his knees. I went running down the street. Are you okay? Is everything all right? And he got up and he was like, it's no big deal. And that story, I think, relates to us. It might relate to you in regard to this issue of bullying. See, sometimes we can get so comfortable. We can get so, I've done this forever, I've heard this forever, that we can inadvertently take our hands off the handlebars. We can kind of throw them up and say, we've heard this before, and then we could, maybe at some point, hit our own mailbox. And I want to caution you as you think about and talk about this issue of bullying, that there could be something you could learn. Maybe something in a way that you haven't thought of before. So I would caution you, whenever you hear the subject, that you would think of it open-mindedly. That you would just not pretend, oh, I've heard it before, take your hands off the handlebars and just kind of go through life without thinking. Because I believe that you specifically, can make a difference. But you can only make a difference when you're aware and when you're observant.